Hi, it's Dr. Renee, the Ask Dr. Renee show here at blackdoctor.org. Good evening and welcome back. Please share the broadcast. Sharing is caring, and this is an important topic for everyone. It doesn't matter how old is a man or woman. It is important for everyone. So now that we've done that, June is men's health month. It's what else is June? Stroke awareness. It's a whole lot of things. But today we're talking about brain health. Now, earlier this month, we did discuss Alzheimer's and dementia with a caregiver, Veronica Shanklin, and that's an amazing show that if you have to go down that road, that's an excellent show with great resources. But today I want to give you tips so that you can prevent yourself from becoming the patient that needs a caregiver. So the brain, as many of us know, is a very complex organ, but it is a muscle. And you have to work a muscle in order for it to work well for you. And so the brain, we just literally had an appointment with a neurologist a few weeks ago, and he said it's a complex organ. It's extremely complex. But there's so much we don't know, but there's so much we do know. And there's so many things that you can do today that will help you later. I don't think any of us come into this world thinking, by the time I die, I would like to not have a clue who I am, where I am, who my loved ones are, or who I am, who I am. Right? I already said that. So please share this information. So I'm going to give you 10 tips that are going to help you to increase your brain health. You know, I talk about physical health a lot. We talk about mental health a lot. We got to have our brain health. So the first tip is stay mentally active. Now, when I say stay mentally active, I'm talking about engage in activities that challenge your mind and your brain, such as puzzles. And if puzzles isn't your thing, do you read? Read books. And then play an instrument. Learn a new instrument. Learning any new skill can help build the cognitive reserves and slow down brain aging. So try to learn a new language. I know in the pandemic, we picked up this app and we started refreshing our Spanish and really getting it much sharper, back to where it was when I was in high school. So that's an option. And I mean, I do know a friend that actually hired a person and they met via Zoom and she had Spanish lessons. I have another friend that does Spanish lessons for people in business. But, you know, there's lots of languages out there that you could pick from. Learn a language, learn an instrument, just learn a new skill because that's going to help your brain. I'm sure you guys remember the Wordle phase. Wordle is a great game. It's free and it challenges your mind. Even for 10 minutes a day, it can be a little something. And so I try to do Wordle at least 5 days a week, if not daily. I also do connections. If you don't know what these are, you can always ask me and I will send you links. And then I do the mini New York Times crossword puzzle now, and they time you on that. And that is so challenging. I was in less than a minute yesterday. I'm so excited. Okay, so let's see. What's the next one? The next one is one of my favorites, exercise regularly. Now, I say this is my favorite when I do also say that I do not like exercise. I just like the results. I exercise regularly because I know that that is what's going to keep me, help me to lower my BMI, keep my heart ticking for as long as I need it. And I plan to be here a very long time. And it also, physical activity increases blood flow to the brain. Duh. And it promotes the growth of new brain cells. So if we can all aim for at least 150 minutes of moderate exercise, like brisk walking per week, we can knock this out. So yes, that is about, quick math here, 25 minutes a day for 7 days a week, or you do a little bit more, you don't do 7 days a week. But I will tell you that I listened to a podcast with a neuroscientist recently, and she talked about how the more you sweat, the better your brain is, the fluffier it is. And that's what you want, is a fluffy brain. So I say get it all in. The other thing she mentioned was that if you're over 65, 3 days a week of walking can decrease your dementia risk by 30%. So I think that's pretty good. And can you imagine you increase it more than 3 days a week? You're just bringing it down more. So, and like I said, this is over 65. So if you get started today and you're in your 20s, then you looking pretty good by, 70, 80 years old, right? So exercise regularly because physical activity is very important for your heart and lung and all that, but it's important for your brain too. The next one is eat a brain healthy diet. And I know you're going to say, what? So, a diet that's rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins and healthy fats. That's what we always say anyway, isn't it? Yeah. So, the Mediterranean diet, which includes foods like fish, nuts, and olive oil, has been shown to promote brain health. The Mediterranean diet has been shown to help with the heart. The Mediterranean diet has been shown to help with weight loss. So, those Mediterranean people were onto something. So maybe we need to pay attention. Some of us cannot have fish, but we still get it in with our, in fish or nuts. But we get it in with supplements and we try to make sure we get all those other foods in. So please try and eat a brain healthy diet. Now, this next one, I did a whole show about with a sleep doctor and we talked about sleep. So I hope that you watch that. And if you didn't, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a playlist together for brain health and you'll be able to find that on my YouTube channel and you can watch all the shows together. But you need to get quality sleep. I'm just going to pause. So quality sleep, one, means when you wake up, you don't feel like I'm still tired. That wasn't quality sleep. You want to wake up and feel like I've rested long enough. I need to go and attack my day. So adequate and restful sleep is essential for brain health. The aim is 7 to 9 hours a night. I know. I can hear you now. I see the comments coming. I see all the messages coming to my inbox because 7 to 9 hours, oh my God. You got to do it. You got to do it. I tell everyone that there was a show I watched. I only saw like 2 seconds of the show, but the trainer told the star of the show that if she slept 7 hours a night, she'd be skinny. Well, that was all I needed to hear because I'm always looking for ways to make sure that I don't get back to where I was. So I set my alarm to remind me to go to bed because I don't need an alarm in the morning to wake up because I work from my computer, and when I get up and I don't set meetings before a certain time. So I know that I don't have meetings in the morning and I just need to get up to work out. So my alarm is set to remind me to go to sleep because I will get on this computer and work until it is way too late. And then I won't have 7 hours. So that's what I do. My other thing is when I wake up, because I know that I don't have a place to be, I check my good old Fitbit. I check my phone to see what the Fitbit reading was as far as my sleep. And if it's not 7 hours, I'll go back to sleep to make sure I get to 7. So please try to get 7 to 9 hours a night. Poor sleep can lead to cognitive decline and an increased risk of dementia. Let me tell you something else that you're never going to want to hear, but you're going to hear it from me. Take the television out of the bedroom. I did not say take your phone out of your room, but I did say take the television out of your bedroom. The best thing for your phone, though, is that you set a time that you turn it off because that blue light is not good for you. There is also a setting on many phones now that you can change the lighting at nighttime. So that is a little bit helpful, but you just have to have an off mode and just be done. Some people can actually put their phones on do not disturb at night. Some of us have people we take care of and can't do that. So I understand that. And I can, like I said, I can understand the phone being by your bedside. But please, the television does not need to be in the bedroom. It doesn't need to be there. And there's other things that should take place in the bedroom, but the TV doesn't need to be there. So, and that can also cause you not to have quality sleep. So just because you think you've fallen asleep and the TV's on, you don't know, but you can still hear the TV while you're sleeping, and that's going to cause you not to have quality sleep. So I highly suggest you get rid of television. Manage stress. As if we have not talked about this before, stress is a killer. It messes up everything. It increases the cortisol in your body, which then increases your waistline, which makes, and when you have a larger waistline, you're more prone to having a heart attack. I mean, it's just a whole domino effect of things. Manage stress. Chronic stress can negatively impact brain function. Practice stress reducing techniques such as mindfulness, meditation, yoga. And my favorite is deep breathing exercises. If you watched any of the videos that I did on Instagram about asthma and allergies for the month of May, I actually did a whole thing about deep breathing exercises that were good for asthma, but it's good for this too. And I personally, just as part of my caregiving, the part of we had classes for that as well. And for that, they told us that deep breathing is very, very helpful for the caregiver. And I've been practicing it long before that, but it's been very helpful. I personally don't think I've ever had a full-blown anxiety attack, but when I tell you, I think I've come very close, that deep breathing has been immensely helpful. So stress shows up in all sorts of ways. So if you know that you're stressing, you should really take heed and try to do one of these, if not more than one. Mindfulness, meditation, yoga, deep breathing. Deep breathing. And if you recognize that you can't deep breathe, then you need to call the allergist, but the pulmonologist or the allergist to figure out if you have asthma. But because as I think I mentioned before, I didn't know that I didn't know what I didn't know. I didn't know how to deep breathe until I was able to breathe deeply. So make sure that you learn about that. Deep breathing. Stay socially active. So withdrawing to your home, go to work and come home, and that's it, is not good for you. Stay socially active. Regular social interaction can help maintain your brain function and emotional well-being. Engage with friends, family, and community groups to stay connected and mentally stimulated. Conversing with more than just yourself is very important. We got 3 to go. Here we go. Control your cardiovascular risk factors. Conditions like hypertension, diabetes, and high cholesterol can increase the risk of dementia. Monitor and manage these conditions through regular checkups and healthy lifestyle. So think about it. That physical exercise I told you, that's going to help you to keep your diabetes under control, keep your sugars under control, lower your cholesterol. The diet, the brain healthy diet will help have lower cholesterol, and then hypertension, manage your stress, brain healthy diet, physical exercise. All of these are going to help your blood pressure. So control your cardiovascular risk. This one is a no-brainer. Avoid smoking and excessive alcohol. Smoking and heavy drinking can damage brain cells and increase the risk of dementia. So if you smoke, please seek help to quit. In the year of 2024, let it go. Limit your alcohol intake to moderate levels, such as 1 drink per day for women and 2 for men. So we have different body makeups, ladies, so let's not get upset that they can have 2 and we can only have 1, but it's okay. So that one's easy, please. And then protect your head. So prevent yourself from having head injuries by wearing helmets when biking, using seat belts, making your home fall-proof. Head trauma can increase the risk of cognitive decline and dementia. So let me tell you something. When you're going up and down the stairs, hold the railing. Do not text and go down the steps or go up the steps, because you could trip up the steps just as fast as you could trip and fall down the steps. So please be very careful, very careful. What we did not say also was that if you play sports as a child, make sure that you do wear your football helmet or whatever, protective gear for your head. If you're in, I think lacrosse or rugby, one of them, make sure you're wearing the gear that you're supposed to wear to protect your head. It's very important. And wearing bike helmets, I don't know if it's a law, but I know that it's very important now because we've, studies have shown all these different accidents that happen with bikes and people without helmets. It's awful. So please wear your helmet. Recently, I've been seeing a lot of motorcyclists that do not have on helmets, and bad idea. Please wear a helmet. So protect your head. And this is the last one, which um, I think goes without saying. Stay informed and engaged. Keep learning about brain health and dementia prevention. Stay updated with the latest research. Incorporate new findings into your lifestyle. Engaging in lifelong learning keeps the brain active and healthy. So if this is just you Googling 4 times a year about brain health and dementia prevention, do that. Or maybe it's once a year. And maybe I'll talk about this more because it hits home for me. And I'm very concerned about it because of, watching other family members and stuff. So perhaps I'll talk more about it and then you can just come to me. But if you have any questions or concerns, you know how to reach me. And I will do my best to answer those questions in the comments. Yeah, so until next time, let's keep our brains healthy and let's avoid getting dementia. Bye.